Where in the world is Iyalode Yeyefini? I am actually here with my friend and my neighbor, Mama Amina. And I've been staying here for, what, 7, 8 days, something like that. And so we have made friends with her. We see her every day, doing her little exercise. When I go to get my bread, I always stop and speak to her. So I took an opportunity to speak to her about some of the things that I've been questioning, because I love culture. I love to go all over the world and know what is it that we have in common and what is it that we have different. And over the years, I realized we have more in common than we have differences. So Mama Amina, please give me a little background on you. I know that you are a translator and a teacher and you're retired. Well, you're not retired because now I have you working.
If I get a job.
Yes, yes. So please tell us a little bit about how, because you live in this house all of your life, and then I wanted to ask you about some of the clothing that the women wear, especially the one where they're completely closed, that they don't have any, we can't see them completely. So thank you, Sister Amina.
Okay.
Mama Amina.
Let's start with the women speaking with, you know, giving out or talking with the people. You know, English is the first thing. You know, our English was from the colonial time, we can say.
Right.
But right now, people, they cannot speak because of the English. You can say the young ones. Old one like me, some of them can express themselves. But because of the language and because in our culture at that time, we didn't have this contact with more people talking about yourself, especially like foreigners.
Right.
We talk with our own neighbors, our relatives, but to talk with somebody who's outside, maybe it's a teacher, you know, there's somebody from America you can talk about, but actually to talk with the people, expressing yourself, anything, then it's a little bit awkward for other people to do that. So we can say one part is like that. So another thing is the language, as I say, and another thing, you won't find women talking in the street like men. You know, men, they're sitting, they can sit and can talk. Women, you can, I think you can find few women, maybe they are selling something.
Yes.
But you don't have people who can, can I ask you questions? No,
yes, that's what I thought. It was just a cultural thing.
They say that maybe you are taking video, or maybe you would send it to the publishers, or you take it to the newspapers. We are afraid of something.
Yeah, their own privacy.
Of course, it's something private, something with the government. So actually, they are afraid to talk something, and they say, Mama Amina, say this. You know, they can report it. You don't know if you're a reporter or what. Right. But if you're friendly, if you met somebody, she can talk. But just somebody to ask question, no, this is a government thing, this is a political thing, so I won't be able to talk, I'm afraid. If that is the answer to your
yes, my first question was
first it's a political thing, language, and the other, we cannot express ourselves with the foreigners unless you're a friend or you can talk like me now, we know each other. Yes. I can talk, you can ask me, I can give you the answer. And about clothing, actually this covering, it's something we can say is from the Muslim fundamentalists who started covering. I didn't even veil myself. I was just with my hair and everything all the years. I started doing this in 1990, I think, when the really Muslim, women should cover themselves, you should cover the head first, and then we started like that. We are old, then we should follow the Islamic. But those who cover themselves, I'm not one of them. I'm a Muslim, but I will never cover myself completely. Only the hair, as it is said in the Quran. Quran says only you have to have your face, your hands, and your feet. If you can put socks or whatever, but your face must be open. But if you want to cover, it's up to you and your...
And the Quran says a woman should cover herself.
The hair, especially.
The hair, okay.
Hair is the first thing. They say hair is a very attractive thing to any woman. A man is attracted first to the hair, according to Quran. So those who cover themselves is from, I think, from Afghanistan. They don't want to, maybe they're, you know, something, maybe they're jealous or I don't know. But
And so they feel that other men would look at their
would
women.
look at their women, and then they will love them or whatever.
And so it's a way of making sure that a man keeps his woman.
Yeah, to cover them so nobody should know who they are or whatever.
Wow.
But for me, I'm a Muslim. I'm now 73. I will never cover myself. It's not allowed. If it is allowed, it will be, if you go to Saudi Arabia to make a pilgrimage to Mecca, then we should say that you must cover yourself. It's not say that. You have to proper clothes, cover yourself, that's all. It's not cover your face.
Yeah, because I see the women covering their eyes, and I saw 2 women on a bicycle with their eyes were open.
It's not. It's only. I think it's part of fashion.
Okay.
And they insist doing that.
So this is a different part of Islam. Is that
no? It's in Islam, but those who are fundamentalists.
The fundamentalists cover themselves.
Those are the real fundamentalists.
And the basic reason is so that they're not attracted to the eyes of other men.
I think for them, but they say it's a Muslim, you have to cover yourself. It's not say that. It's only you, your eyes. You don't have to look at the man, and the man should not look at you. So if you're going this way, you go on your way, don't look at the man. Don't be attracted to the man. So, but if you cover and you wear a proper clothes, nobody will be attracted to you. Unless he loves you, he'll come and follow you, and then you start something else.
So when the ladies are at home, you take this out. What is this called, please?
We call it intandio.
Intandio. Intandio. So when you're at home, you take off your intandio, and your family sees you, your husband sees you, your children.
We say Islam should cover the hair, so we covered our hair.
Okay, so you just cover your hair. You just tie it.
You see, I have my
small yes.
one like this.
Okay, you just cover it like that.
I can take this off, but I will cover my hair.
Okay. Yeah, this is very interesting. And so and this tradition started in...
Actually, it started from 90s to be this strictly Muslims or... You can say this
fundamentalists, yes.
They started doing that. We call it Kiswahili kidogo, little by little, and then it's everybody who's my age, your age, we cover ourselves. Those who want completely, and especially not all the others, but there are other, those who think they are really fundamentalist Muslims. They tell their wife, their children to cover their face. But I'm a Muslim. I go out. I went to Europe. I've been to Sweden, I've been to Denmark with my scarf, but I didn't cover my face.
Okay, and what book in the Quran says that a woman should cover her hair?
It's there in a part of the Quran, but I don't know the surah, the chapter, but there it is. You have to cover yourself, not the face.
But you have to cover your
hair. Your hair. You have to do like this. Like Mama Samia Sulu Hassan, you see, but only the hair, and you have to have long thing like this, a proper clothes so that it's not too tight, so that you cannot
attract attention from the man. So you would expect that the man would have the discipline that if they see a woman and know that's not my wife, they wouldn't approach them.
No, some of them they approach them. It's it's a feeling. It's not part of the Muslim, but since you cover yourself, yeah, people will respect me. Like these people, if I'm covering myself properly, no man will try to abuse me or trying to. They'll find ways. They know where I'm coming. Maybe I'm going to the shop. They follow me. Maybe you want to speak to me. But if you wear tight, shoes, there'll be something like that.
Something like you're easy.
But if you wear proper shoes without covering yourself, they will respect you.
So do you think that perhaps, and that's what I was curious about, is that perhaps this was started when men were maybe in the desert, and maybe misquoting here, because the Islam started in... I'm losing my words here. I'm trying to find out if, in my opinion, perhaps the reason that they would cover themselves is if they were out in the desert and they used to grab women, steal women, and so to protect their women, they would say, cover yourself.
I think it can be one of it, because before Islam, I'm not sure, but before Islam, I don't think they covered themselves. This covering the eyes is come from the, you can say,
right, but I'm saying
Arabian.
covering the head. How that started, that was my question.
From the Islam. And when the Islam started, when Prophet Muhammad
and
started,
that's what I wanted to know. When Prophet Muhammad started, what would make him say to protect the women from other men was very important. That was what I wanted to know. If there's a verse that when he started, he just woke up one day and he got the ministry and he got the information and it says cover your women. It had to perhaps come from a reason that is such a violent time and women had to be protected from other men abusing them.
It can be that, but I'm not really strictly Muslim, but from the part of the stories of Prophet Muhammad, at that time there were prostitutes during Prophet Muhammad.
Okay.
But then it didn't say that they covered their face. There were prostitution, there were all these things.
That's the oldest profession.
It was there. But they didn't cover themselves. There's one story they say during Prophet Muhammad there was a prostitute. And you know, in a prostitution, if you commit adultery, then you can be stabbed or whatever.
Yeah, killed.
Killed. But there was a prostitute, and everybody know that she was a prostitute. But one day she found a dog. It was very hot like this, starving, want some water. And then this prostitute went somewhere and take her shoe and put some water and go and help the dog who was nearly going to die, helping. But it didn't say that the prostitute covered. How did you know that she was a prostitute?
That's
Everybody knows her because of the face and what she's doing.
Okay.
And the men were going to do that. Prostitution, everything, committed adultery, it was before Islam.
Right.
You don't have to come, because Islam, everything which was from the 10 Commandments, it just go from the, you can say prophets, they start, and then we say this, the Prophet Muhammad is the last one who just to purified it. But everything, don't commit adultery, don't steal, it was before that.
Right,
but
correct.
It was not there that you have to cover yourself. If you look at the Christian nuns, they cover their hair.
Right.
Right, and they're good with the way they dress. It's really how Muslims are dressing.
Because they were married to Christ, so they have a husband. So they would have to protect themselves from the eyes of other men.
But to cover. This covering for me, I don't accept it, but for those who say it is in the Quran, I didn't see anything in the Quran. Quran say wear proper clothes for the women to protect themselves. And it didn't say it's black or white. When they say black, it doesn't attract a lot of people. If you wear colorful, then it will grab. But nowadays people will wear colorful.
Yes, but the women who wear the little things on their eyes, they all have on black. It is hot.
It's hot.
It's hot under there. Nothing. You can't even breathe.
It's difficult, really.
Yes, very difficult.
But you can wear any white, whatever. Colors, it doesn't. It's not there in Quran. You have to wear black or white.
Right. So
Only
this is fundamental.
When you die, you have to have white.
Okay, that's a fundamentalist. Wow, that's interesting. Thank you so much. This has been very enlightening because I've always wanted to ask that, and I said, well, the best person to call is you. So definitely I want to share address and we can stay in touch.
Oh, yeah.
And whenever I come or anything that I need information on, I would love to do that.
I don't have this kind of phone.
Yes, the Facebook and all of that stuff.
I just have my ordinary, but my grandson has one.
Yes, the young people.
Yeah. So maybe if you...
Is he there now? I can come back.
You can come back and get it.
Yes, I can come back and give it to him. Okay, thank you so much, Sister Amina, real Mama Amina, not Sister, Mama Amina and Yeyefini. Y'all know me, that I have friends all over the world, and if I know someone, we are now family. Thank you, thank you, family. Thank you so much. Because of the enslavement period, we don't even know if we're related. Because we were taken all over to different parts of the world, so we could be related.
Of course,
you know, because who knows?
You know, I'm not really Zanzibarian. My great grandfather came from Comoro Island.
Okay.
You know the Comoro near Madagascar?
Okay.
Your small island, which was under the French subjects.
Okay.
So all my family come from there.
Okay. From
But how we end up here,
that's the story.
because it's a story. But my great-grandfather, I don't know them. Only I know my father, my grandmother, and my aunts, and my mother. And I have some cousins still in Comoro. We have some contacts.
Well, you may have some family in Panama.
It can be.
Because that's where I was born.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and my family came from Jamaica and Barbados, and the enslavement period took them there from Africa. So that's why I said, well, you know, we might be cousins, sisters. You might be my sister. Well, you are my sister. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, Mama Amina.
If you come back, then I will give you.
Yes, I'll come back because we don't leave till the 12th. Thank you so much.
I like the
Good morning, ladies. Good morning.
Amjambo. Sijakuoneni tangu majuzi. Okay.
Okay.